All right, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you all. Welcome. Welcome. Shout out to Queen Kathy B, first of all, in the house already, number one in the house all the time with United Empires of Akibalon. Welcome to the bad boy of, I can't see the rest, on stereo. I am Angelina, your Clearest Conscious Holistic Lifestyle Coach and host, here with you Friday evening for Wealth Builders Alliances. So welcome. I am on stereo. I love the interaction with stereo and the communications. You all feel free to drop a link, a comment in stereo verbally. I am on Facebook. I am on YouTube. I am on Instagram. So we're here having this conversation tonight for Wealth Builders Alliances. Tonight we're talking about springing into your success. This is part one. We're going to do 4 parts. So with my Clearest Conscious Holistic Lifestyle Coaching, the purpose of it, my motto is promoting empowerment through acknowledgement, accountability, and integrity. Okay. So it's certainly a process. Shout out to my Queen Mother in the house. I love you. I miss you, Queen Mother. So that's what my motto is. So with holistic lifestyle coaching, I focus on everything as far as building wealth as a mindset. So it is spirit, mind, body, spirit, and then financial wealth to obtain holistic wealth, right? So wealth is about, it's not about just finances or material things, right? It's about a mindset. It's about a balance in life, succeeding, being successful in life by your own terms, okay? So please take a second to subscribe. Oh, hello, Queen Lori. I love you. I miss you. You all please take a second to subscribe. Please like, please share. I promise I will be respectful and mindful and tasteful, okay? So please feel free to share, whether on social media, send a text to someone that you might think will benefit from this, send an email, whatever, whatnot. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, maybe Instagram, there's links in the description where you can go to my websites and all those pages. My website is clearestconscious-HLC.com. The HLC is for Holistic Lifestyle Coaching. So you all check that out, please, and thank you. And I appreciate the support in advance. So tonight we're going to be, so this is a 4-part series, okay? The topic of springing into your success. And it's not just success, it's your success. I worded it for a reason. Okay. Thank you, Queen. Thank you so much, Queen Lori. And everyone on stereo, wherever you're listening. So we're going to do 4 parts. So tonight we're going to focus on the spiritual mindset of wealth. And I don't mean spiritual as in, religious. We're talking about your inner man, your gut, our feelings, what leads us to our wealth, what prohibits us from our wealth. Okay. Then we're going to go into mind next Friday, as far as being logical about wealth and obtaining the best we can in life, living the best lives we can. But then we're going to body that 3rd week. And we're going to be talking about how our health is our wealth. And then that 4th week in this series, we're going to finish with financial wealth and how it all comes together. Okay. So with that being said, before I do that, again, please like and share, and thank you for doing so. I'm going to start with a motivation speech. I love Les Brown, you all. Shout out to Les Brown. This is coming from motivational topics. So I'm going to play this really quickly. While I'm doing this really quick, you all grab a pen and grab a notebook, grab a piece of paper. I'm going to take some notes and hit on these things after we listen to it. It's about 10 minutes long. So I won't keep you more than an hour. Okay. If you can't stay, you can always listen to it on replay. Okay. So feel free to do that. So we're going to listen to this motivational speech. You are more than ... Okay, so take some notes and we're going to talk about this. And tonight on the spiritual kind of aspect of wealth. We're going to be looking at how we have relationships with money, finances, our concept of how we feel about giving. And we're going to focus on 3 things. And after we listen to this motivational speech, we'll go over these 3 things. But we're going to focus on 3 things tonight. We're going to focus on the craft of complaining, the gift of gratitude, and the process of paying it forward. Okay. So keep that in mind. Grab a pen, grab some paper. I've got some, I think I got my pen here. I'm going to click my video off for just a second. I'm going to do some of these edges, you all. So everybody says I look younger than I am because it's ponytail. Don't get it full. These grays are here. So I'm going to fix these edges. I'm going to turn off this camera, grab a pen and paper, take some notes, like and share, subscribe to whatever you're listening to, subscribe. Please and thank you, if you will. And we're going to listen to this motivational speech and be empowered. Here we go. Hang on just a second.
Most people never achieve their goals because most people suffer from possibility blindness. They look around trying to think about the things that they don't have. Robert Roots, young man who wrote a book about success principles of the 3 little pigs. He said, it's not what you don't have, it's what you think you need that keeps you from being successful or happy in life. It's not what you don't have. See, I was focused on what I didn't have. Don't have a college degree, don't have any credentials, never worked for a major corporation. I was focused on the negative things and said, negative things are the things that you see when you're not focused on your goal. What do you come with? What is it? A friend of mine, Dexter Yeager, said, when a dream is big enough, the odds don't matter. I'm reminded of a great man. And I was reading Time magazine talking about some of the great minds of the last century. They didn't mention his name, Dr. Howard Thurman, one of the mentors of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., also an advisor to Mahatma Gandhi and Albert Schweitzer. And he said, the ideal situation for a man or woman to die is to have family members standing around their bed, praying with them as they cross over. But imagine, if you will, being on your deathbed and standing around your bed, the dreams given to you by life, the ideas that you never acted on, the talents, the gifts, the abilities that you never used. And there they are, standing around your bed, looking at you with large, angry eyes, saying, we came to you, and only you could have given us life. And now we must die with you forever. And the question is, if you die this very moment, what will die with you? What dreams, what ideas, what talents, what leadership potential, what greatness that you showed up to bring, that you allowed fear or procrastination to hold you back? Perhaps that's why Henry David Thoreau wrote the words, oh God, to reach the point of death, only to realize that you've never lived, only to realize that you've never scraped the surface of your potential. When you don't have a true appreciation and acceptance for who you are, and you allow yourself to be immobilized by fear, what happens in the process is that you begin to abuse yourself. You begin to sabotage your life. You begin to sabotage your dreams. You begin to unconsciously work against yourself. You become your own worst enemy. So what do you do about that? Well, you begin to realize that your dream and your gifts have so much meaning and so much value for you till your hunger for them will begin to push you past the fear. Your hunger to have them will give you a special drive. As you work on yourself, as you begin to acknowledge your true identity, the true power that you have, the true capacity you have to bring about change, the miracle working power that you have within yourself to do the things that you want to do. When you take them on, I'm reminded of a man who, this gentleman was doing a special study of a special tribe in Africa, headhunters. And he had difficulty in developing a relationship with these tribesmen because of the fact that he had fear. He had fear they would take his head. So he worked there for a long time with no effort, no progress in developing a relationship and rapport and being able to achieve a level of trust. So finally, one night while he was in bed, he was thinking about it. I said, what is it that you came here to do? What is your life work as a missionary? He said, I wanted to study these tribesmen. So what's the worst thing that they can do to you? Kill you. And he just decided, hey, this is what I came here to do. I know that there's some risk involved, and I'm going to do it, come what may. He said, I'm not going to be afraid anymore. He went back the next day, and he started doing the work and trying to talk to and interview many of the members of this tribe. And they began to respond to him. They threw out the welcome mat to him. And years later, when people came to see what his progress was, they asked him, how were you able to do this? How did you convert the relationship from being hostile to that of being positive? And he said something I think has value for all of us. He said, when life can no longer threaten you with death, he said, what else is there? And the majority of the fears that we have are not life or death fears. They're not those kind of fears. But through our imagination, we blow them out of proportion and we give them more power than they actually have or deserve, and we permit them to govern our lives. We permit them to determine how far we can stretch out on our dreams and discovering our stuff. And as we begin to look at ourselves and begin to, wait a minute, just getting to the point as you assess yourself and begin to prove yourself and just say, wait, hold a minute. I've been sweating this out. What's the worst thing that can happen to me on this? Will it kill me? Will I die? Why am I going through all of these changes over this? How much power does this really have? And am I the one that's feeding the power into it? See, a lot of times we allow ourselves to be fed and to be programmed into being afraid. I mean, you watch the news and read the newspaper, you'll be scared to come out the house. Am I right? You'll be afraid. So what kinds of things, what kinds of thoughts are you feeding your consciousness? What kind of things are you putting in your mind that will enable you to either move forward or to justify why you're staying where you are? So I remember when I ran for state representative in Columbus, Ohio, and I had a lot of people telling me, and you got to watch not only the conversation within, but the conversation without, telling me, Les, you can't possibly win. You can't do that. And I went down to the legislature and I saw myself. I knew what I wanted. I saw myself in the chair. I pointed out the chair that I wanted. I used to go and sit up in the galleries and watch the legislative process. I used to go to the committee meetings and listen to legislation being introduced. I learned how to write legislation, how to amend legislation. I started thinking like a legislator, got up every day dressing, thinking like that, selling myself on it, seeing myself in the legislature. Mr. Speaker, I'm the gentleman from the 29th House District. I'd like to introduce a bill. I went in the legislature, walked around. I had the experience of it. And when I ran and won against overwhelming odds, they were shocked. I won the election even before it was held because I was living it in my mind. You want to see yourself beyond your circumstances. You got a challenge, see yourself beyond your challenge. See yourself with the challenge already resolved. And knowing that all is well, seeing yourself in control and in charge of your destiny, being healthy and happy. The next thing is, it is important in the area of motivating yourself, it's important to know why you're doing it. Because that mind will say, why bother? Why go through all this? This is too hard. No, throw in the towel. It's not worth it. Has it ever said that to you before? Here's how you can handle that. Here's how you override that. Write down 5 reasons why you deserve it. Why do you deserve what you want? Why you? Why do you deserve it? What meaning and value will it bring to your life? What's so different about you that you deserve your goal or this goal? And when you write down those 5 reasons, When you have some down moments, and you're going to have them, when that conversation starts talking to you and it's going to talk to you, what you will do is you can pull that out and read it, and it will build you up. It will be your rod and your staff to comfort you through some challenging moments, because you're going to have some. Life will knock you between the eyes. It will catch you on the blind side, come out of nowhere, stuff you can't anticipate. That will knock the wind out of you. You want to give up. That's why it's important for you to work on yourself, listening to tapes, building yourself up, talking to yourself with power, feeling, and conviction, building yourself up day in and day out, because it's coming. I guarantee you, life is just waiting. Oh, he's doing good now, huh? Very good. I remember I had an experience. I was pursuing my dream. And that's why you have to work on yourself. You don't know what's going to happen. And I was telling people, I had this big rally I had to do, was 5,000 people there. And I said, you must work on yourself. If you want a larger vision, you've got to empower yourself continuously, because life will catch you on the blind side.
All right. So there we are. That was Les Brown. I love Les Brown. You all check him out on YouTube, all kinds of things. So what do you all think? I wrote down some notes. Hopefully you all did as well. Greetings, Anthony. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome, welcome. So again, tonight we're talking about springing into your success, okay? And that's individualized, as you just heard. Again, please like and share. Please subscribe. So I took some notes, and we're going to go through these things, and then we're going to break all this down. So actually, before we do that, I wanted to share some things. So like I said, this first part is focusing on, thank you, Queen Mother. Thank you. This first part is focusing on the spiritual mindset, your feelings, your emotions when it comes to wealth and well-being in life, success. So when we look at, like I said, we're going to look at the craft of complaining, the gift of gratitude, and the purpose of paying it forward. Okay. So I'm looking down because I'm looking at my phone. I'm looking up definitions. So craft, the definition is an activity involving skill in making things by hand, or skill used in deceiving others. Okay. Skill and experience, especially in relation to making objects. So we'll look at the second definition. Skill used in deceiving others for this purpose. So the craft of complaining. Okay. A lot of us are not where we need to be or where we want to be, where we should be, because we spend so much time complaining. We spend so much power, so much energy, right, in complaining about everything. The traffic, all because we're late. You know, our coworkers when we don't contribute to positivity. You know, just all kinds of things we complain about. Okay. So it's a craft in doing that, because people tend to, complainers, like that's all they do. Have you noticed people that complain all the time, every time they open their mouth, is something negative? And I'm sure we've all been there at some point in time. And I'm sharing this because we have to be mindful of that, and we have to move away from that, because it is halting us. It's very stagnant, and it's very contagious, right? So what kind of energy are you putting out? That's very important. A lot of us think we don't care about how we move and how people perceive us, but we do. And that's why a lot of people are so angry and so unsuccessful. Okay. So the craft of complaining, the gift of gratitude. So gift is a thing given willingly to someone without payment, a present, a natural ability, or talent. So do you have the gift of gratitude? Are you able to see that you want to complain about something, but you have to stop and say, you know what? I'm upset because I'm stuck in this traffic, but I'm glad that there's nobody's in an accident. I'm not in an accident. Everybody's safe. We can make it safely. You know, It's a gift to be able to do that because it controls your temper. It teaches patience. It perfects how you move or don't move, right? You all know traffic be what it is at 8 o'clock in the morning. Why are you mad because somebody's not paying attention? Cut you off, traffic slow, yelling, cursing, hitting at the, horn. Been there, done that, right? But look how much energy that takes. You can stroke out at the wheel because you're ticked off because you made poor decisions getting up this morning to get to work on time. I learned the rule says on time or early is on time is late, and late is unacceptable. So think about that. You always want to be ahead of things, and that's with everything in life. So the gift of gratitude. And then the purpose of paying it forward. Hang on just a second. You all know I love definitions. I love being thorough, right? So purpose, the reason for which something is done or created or for which something exists. Have as one's intention or objective. So when we're paying it forward, what does that look like? When we give without requesting anything back, when we do genuine things, compassionate things, the purpose of paying it forward. A lot of us want to do something for somebody, but you keep reminding them that you did something. You won't let them forget. You don't owe me anything, but I'm going to keep telling you that I did something for you. We have to change our mindset. So when it comes to feelings or whatnot, what does that look like? So breaking down what Les Brown said, it's not what you don't have. It's what you think you need. What is it that you think you need in life to be successful? Think about this. If two people grew up in the same community, say that community was an impoverished or poor community, right? Two people grew up in the same community. One winds up staying in that mindset, staying in that kind of community, in that broken community. The other person B, winds up on another path. And now they are six figures, millionaire status, established, well established. What will require person A to be any different from person B if they both grew up in less than favorable circumstances, right? My point to that is where we are in life right now, if we have the options to making choices as adults, we have to realize that we have choices, we have options, and they may not be what we deem as ideal, but you do have A or B. And a lot of times we have C, D's, and F's, E's and F's, but we're so focused on narrowing things down because it's overload that we dismiss all the other possibilities that are available for our own success. We have to realize that regardless of how you grew up, regardless of your circumstances, once you reach the point where you're standing on your own 2 feet, you have to be in a position to where you do not allow yourself to be knocked down. And if you're in that position, be aware and be able to be ready to get back up. Too many of us fall and we don't have that oomph to get back up because the world will knock us down. Like Les Brown just said, right? The world will knock you down. Not a respecter of persons, this universe, right? So you have to know how to play the game and not just play it, but play to win. And you have to realize that at some point it's not a game. This is your life. But there are still rules to life. Okay. A lot of us, I think everybody is their own person. We're all individuals. Everybody wants to think they're so special. Everyone listening, you all are special in your own way. I'm special in my own way, but we're not unique. There's a science to the mindset of humanity anymore. There's a science to the emotion of humanity. There's a science to the response and the triggers of humanity. We are very predictable. Does that make any sense? We're very predictable as human beings. And then you can break down subgroups: race, ethnicity, religion, political status, gender, sexuality, all the creed, all it goes on and on and on, doesn't it? But it all comes together. You can group all kinds of people and kind of be spot on. We have to be able to be in a point in our lives where we, in our feelings, our emotions, and what we're going to get to next week on the mindset of things. But we're dealing with spirit first, because we often operate off of our emotions and our feelings. So we got to get through this part first before we get to the mind and the logic of things. Does that make any sense? So that's how we're going with the spiritual kind of feeling, emotional kind of part of this first, because we have to get past being emotional and being in our feelings about where we are. Les Brown has said, I don't know if it's his quote or he quotes somebody else, but I heard Les Brown say, when it comes to your issues, your feelings, your emotions, what your circumstances, 80% of the people don't care. And 20% of the people are just glad it's not them. Think about that. How many people have you shared your complaints with, your issues, your everyday rah? I've done it before. I had to stop doing it because my husband's been so compassionate. My king's been so compassionate. And he'll politely say it, complaining, And I saw how that weighed on him. And I thought to myself, who else does it weigh on? And they're not saying anything, right? And so I'm just running amok at my complaining and whatnot, infecting other people negatively. And now I'm messing up my own well-being, my own purpose, my own blessings or whatnot, and doing the same to other people. Again, accountability, acknowledgement, accountability, integrity. That is what Clearest Conscience is all about. Okay. So when it comes to being grateful, gratitude trumps out the negativity. It trumps out the complaining. So what are you grateful for? As a nurse, I tell you, I don't know about you all, but I was not aware that Friday was the new hump day, because I was humping today. It was a busy, busy day. And I'm tired, and I'm glad I'm here with you all. And I wanted to make a point to be here with you all. So again, please subscribe, like, and share, whether you're listening on live or replay, wherever you're listening, on whatever platform. But it was important to be here with you all. And I'm grateful because somebody needs a job. Somebody is not right, so that gratitude, I'm very tired. But what I did today, every move I made was a positive one. And I made a difference in someone else's life, which in turn made a difference in my life. That's what that paying it forward part is about. Gratitude and paying it forward go hand in hand. When you pay it forward, when you give without expecting anything back, and with wisdom, there's such a massive blessing internally that trumps everything, So we have to we have to be very intentional about the things that we do. We have to get out of our emotions and our feelings when it comes to success. We have to stop allowing other people to define our success, to define our goals, our missions, our purposes. We give people too much power, and we lack giving ourselves accountability and credit for where credit's due. I'll be doing something at home, like I'm humping and pumping and whatever, cleaning whatever, and my husband's doing whatever he's doing. And I'll say, I'm proud of myself. He'll say, I'm proud of you too, babe. Well, I wasn't saying it for you, just happen to be here, because I do talk to myself out loud, It's all right. on my answers. I give wisdom to myself too. So, but it's okay to remind yourself that you're awesome, that you're great, because how many times have we said, somebody says to you, oh, that's awesome what you did. That's amazing what you did. You're amazing. You're awesome. Oh, no, it's no big deal. Oh, no, it's just little old me. We have to stop knocking our blessings and knocking our progress, knocking our purpose. Like Les Brown said, if you're in your deathbed, what dies with you? There's no comparison to anyone else. This is a one-man race, right? We're all in it together. But at the end of the day, we have to be accountable for self. And don't you want to be able to say you made a difference? Even if it's with one person that touched another person and another person. But don't do just nothing. Be purposeful. Define your meaning. Write your own story. That's all life is. It's funny, fairy tales, it's always once upon a time. When we hear that once upon a time, we're in la la land and fairy tale land, right? And then there's the happily ever after, right? So we know once upon a time starts that way and ends with happily ever after. But we don't want to talk about the messiness in these stories. All of them have messiness. Don't get Disney twisted. They got messiness. Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, all these things, Beauty and the Beast, all those kind of stories, right? Sleeping Beauty, I mean, you're casting spells, you got this woman in a coma, right? For years, and then somebody that doesn't, I'm just saying, Cinderella, I do love that movie Ever After with Drew Barrymore. I love that movie. But with that story, with Cinderella, like this girl was locked and she was an orphan, locked in an attic. Like the process of all that. So my point to that is we have this mindset to where we want something and we don't want to go through the process of that happily ever after. And the sad part about it is you hear the happily after in these fairy tales, but you don't hear a part 2 or part 3, right? They keep remaking the same stories with different characters, right? But you don't hear a follow-up. So you have to make your own story. You have to define your own life. And we have to remove our emotions and our feelings out of everything that goes on. I'm not saying not have them there, but there has to be a balance with emotion and logic. And it seems that too often emotion tends to rule over logic. And again, next Friday, at the same time, we're going to be talking about the mindset and logic of wealth, right? So when it comes to the emotional ties, the relationship that we have with money, a lot of people misquote this. A lot of people say the root of all the love, or excuse me, money is the root to all evil. A lot of people say money is the root to all evil. The correct saying is the love of money is the root to all evil, because you love it so much. And that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But you love it so much that you'll go to any lengths to get it. You will lack gratitude. You will lack purpose. Right? And if you don't have more and more and more, you'll complain about it. Look at the elite. Look at the 1%. Tell me I'm wrong. So we have to get out of this concept where we're afraid to talk about wealth. We're afraid to talk about building families, building communities, building ethics and morals, because someone wants to talk about money. You have a Prada bag, $1,500, but you don't have $500 in your account, your wallet, nothing. But you have a $1,500 purse, $500 pair of shoes. What are we doing here? No investments, no financial goals, no family goals, no legacy goals. What are we doing? We're doing things out of emotion. And then we say people don't understand us. This is just who I am. This is just what I need. Again, what you don't have, is it what you don't have versus what you think you need? If you don't have it and you need it, then your process is off. And we're going to talk about that next week, that mindset. Because the law of attraction works for anyone. It's not a good or bad, good or evil. The law of attraction works for everyone. But until we get out of our emotions and our feelings about the haves and the have-nots, that's why I said with my mindset when it comes to paying it forward, if you ask me for something, I have it. Why not? I don't expect it back from those that need it, but I do expect it back from the haves, and not to denote the have-nots, because we're all have-nots with the 1%, right? So if I'm blessing you, pay it forward. You don't expect it back from where you pay it to. But I do expect my blessings from the haves, right? Shout out to a dad of Torah, a dad of the Torah. Shout out to you on stereo. Feel free to drop a comment. Please subscribe and share. We're talking about springing into your success on a spiritual aspect or whatnot. So feel free to share your thoughts on that. So yeah, we have to be intentional about what we want, where we're going, and we have to be able to bless and make room for bigger blessings. It's all a big circle. We're all in this together, right? So that is what I have on that. Let me see. I'm looking at my other notes. True appreciation and acceptance for who you are. When we don't have that, like that's Brown said, self-abuse. True acceptance for who you are. We have to stop downplaying ourselves, our gifts and our talents. Somebody is looking for what you have. Somebody is waiting for what you have. Stop worrying about what someone else thinks. I've learned to shout to my queen mother. I've learned to stop investing my time in people I don't know, passing judgment, having my own thoughts. I don't know what people go through. People don't know what I go through. I don't know what you all go through. And we can share stories and swap stories, but you're never in someone else's shoes, right? Again, the story with Cinderella. If Cinderella wore a size 6 shoe, you mean to tell me that no one else in that land wore a size 6? It was only fit for that one foot, for her foot? Think about that. People can't walk in your shoes. You want to walk, if you are structured white, you want people to share your path. Walk in it, share it. I'd rather you share the path. There's enough space on this path for all of us to grow. Right? Instead of worrying about what somebody else is not doing or should be doing, what are we doing? What should we be doing? How does it benefit you? Worrying about somebody else that's not worried about you does not benefit you. What benefits you? Where do you need to get to succeed outside of your emotion? I don't feel like I deserve. I don't feel like I worked hard enough. I don't think they'll accept this. I don't believe they'll understand. I feel like it's just me. Nobody gets me. Anybody say that? Anybody ever hear that? Feel free to put a comment in the chat if you'd like. Something to think about, though. We have to be more intentional about what we want. Again, 100% or 80% of people don't care. 20% are just glad they're not them. I'm trying to squeeze into that 1% because I do care. And I don't want anybody else's circumstances, and I don't want people to have mine. I want to be that 1% that does care, that does want to make positive change, that does want to impact other people for positive purposes. We're so distracted and we're so comfortable allowing someone else to tell us what our success should look like, what our win should be. but you're not participating in the process. So how dare you all, how dare any of us allow someone else to dictate and define us when we cannot do that for ourselves? That is certainly a disservice to self. It's not healthy and it's not productive. I promise you, you can do whatever. And now I won't say that. My sister taught me that. If it's for you, then it's achievable. Okay? I can't be president of the United States. There's a lot of reasons why. None of your business, but there's a lot of reasons why. If I wanted to be, should have thought about that some years ago. Okay? But I can make a difference in other ways. So what is your purpose? What drives you? What moves you? What motivates you? What encourages you? Because whatever that is, you're going to have to learn how to hold on to that and don't let it go and run with it. And run like your life depends on it. Move like your life depends on it. Speak like your life depends on it. Think like your life depends on it. And feel it like your life depends on it. Because it does. Because it is only your life and no one else's. You're responsible for your life. And no one else. You're the only one accountable for you. But at the same time, make no mistake that what you do or do not do does affect other people. Right? So we're going to get out of here in just a second. I am going to throw a promo on. You all please like and share. If you have a comment, we got a few more minutes. If you have a comment, please feel free to put your comment in the section in the comment section. Please again like and share. Please subscribe. Right? I'm going to play this promo really quickly. This is a promo from Melaleuca, the online wellness company for all natural products delivered safely to your home. So I'm going to play this promo and we'll be right back to get out of here in just a second. Thank you all for tuning in. Be right back. This promotional ad is being brought to you in part through Melaleuca by way of affiliation. Melaleuca is North America's #1 online shopping club. My Melaleuca product pick of the week is Luminex Mood Support. This patented natural formula helps maintain a balanced mood and better cope with the ups and downs of life, gently and naturally, without resorting to chemicals or hormones. It is filled with all natural ingredients, such as St. John's wort, which supports brain activity, essential for emotional health. The Graphenia seed extract helps support mood regulation and nervous system function by increasing serotonin production, along with folic acid, which also helps facilitate the brain's production of neurotransmitters such as serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine, all of which are important mood regulators. And then there's the vitamin B12, a fundamental component of the body's natural biochemistry, essential in maintaining the healthy function of neurons and neurological pathways. If any of you have ever experienced taking antidepressants or other pharmaceutical medications, you'll know that the side effects are not always fun. But with Luminex Mood Support, you get all natural ingredients to help balance out your life so that you can live the best life. Ask me how you can get connected with Melaleuca today and start shopping for healthier products, all natural products, today. Okay, so that was my promo ad for the evening. If you're interested in Melaleuca and learning how you can shop for all natural products, please, if you're on Facebook, YouTube, and maybe Instagram, that link is in the description. Also in the description is the Melaleuca link and the Acorns link to help grow your money. I'll get back to that in a second. With Melaleuca, my whole house is Melaleuca. My vitamins, my air fresheners, my my makeup, my face cream, all that stuff, shampoo, everything. So if you are interested, please get a hold of me. I'm going to put my information in the comments. Thank you, Queen. You know what, Queen Kathy, I got you and Queen Tina and Queen Lynn's products. I ordered you all some products, so I'm gonna be sending those to you. So I'm very excited about that. So yeah, let me know if you all are interested. You all can check out that link. Like I said. What else? I'm gonna put my information up here really quickly so that you all have this information. Clearest-HLC.com. You can go and find some of the information under promotions, under the promotion tab. Email me at clearestconscience@gmail.com. clearestconscience@gmail.com. My phone number is scrolling down there. I remember Queen Kathy asked me one time, she said, you put your phone number out there. It is a Google number. You all can call that. I will not be harassed or none of the weird sorts. So please don't do it. Please don't try it. Just don't, with all due respect. So we just put out positive energy and won't get that back. No weirdness. So yes, any information you need, you can always reach out. That 317-661-1264 number, you can always text that. I've got 4 different numbers. So I'm a very busy woman. I feel like Little Mermaid, the Ursula song. I'm a very busy woman and I haven't got all day. It won't cost much. Yeah. Anyways. So there's that number. There's that contact information. So yes, that is what I have for tonight. I want you all to feel empowered. Please go over to my website. Subscribe for free via email. I will say this. I have been very busy. And I'm grateful for that, right? I have not updated my newsletter for this month on my webpage, so I do apologize. It's still February, and I'm not going to change it because we only have a few more days of March. But April, I will put some good content on my newsletter for my Clearest Conscience page. We all can still go over there and check that out and download it, and there's some cool links on there for you all to check out still that are relevant. So go over there to clearestconscience-HLC.com and subscribe for free so I can keep up with you, share with you what's going on, and just share positive things with you all. I've got to get back on that. Like I said, I've been back in the groove of things, just kind of switching my schedule and just balancing out everything. And that's why I said I wanted to come on here and have this conversation with you all tonight. I'm tired. I'm sure you all are tired. I'm sure you all are busy. So I do appreciate your time, whether live or on replay. But I wanted to share this with you all because we have to have these conversations where we move past being stagnant in life, where we're ready for growth, where we're ready for motivation. Okay. So, and that's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for with Clearest Conscience Holistic Lifestyle Coaching. So you all subscribe to that website. I'm looking forward to springing into all kinds of success this year, the rest of the season, the rest of the year. So connect with me. Gonna put some things together and get some positive things going on. So I'm looking forward to that. Even virtually, if you're not in my surrounding area, we're going to be doing some things virtually, doing some giveaways, some contests, some gifts. So definitely check out acorns.com. Going to be talking about ways to enhance your success, enhance your wealth. So I would love for you all to engage and interact. So again, every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next Friday, I will not be here. My husband and I, our son got my husband tickets for a basketball game. So I'm going to be there with him next Friday. So keep that in mind. But the Friday after, we're going to jump right back into the series. And we're going to dive into the mind of wealth, looking at logic outside of our emotions and our feelings and why we don't have versus why we can have, why we should have and why we can't have. So before I go, one of the last things Les Brown said was write down 5 reasons why you deserve what you want. So first of all, write down what it is you want. And let's be realistic. We all want to be rich. We all want to be millionaires, right? But why? So you can, store up and hoard it, or why? Can you bless people? You're just gonna be greedy. Why do you want it? Whatever it is you want, write it down. Because once you write down those 5 reasons why you deserve it and why you should have it, that's going to be a telltale sign as to whether or not you really deserve it, and the logistics behind how you will or will not get it. Again, like Dave Chappelle said, poverty is a mindset. Okay, like I said earlier, if 2 people grow up in the same situation, let's flip the script. 2 people grow up with silver spoons in their mouths. One winds up succeeding, one winds up being a bum. What's the difference? Same surrounding, maybe same parents. What's the difference? Your wealth and your well-being is a mindset. So with that being said, I want to encourage you all to check your emotions, right? Don't dismiss your feelings and emotions. I'm not saying they're not important. They're just important to you. And don't expect them to be important to anybody else. But at the same time, don't let that hinder where you want to go, where you should be going, where you need to go. It's all a choice. So choose to win. Choose to succeed. With that being said, I want to wish you all peace, love, and blessings. I'm going to get out of here. It's been a long day, Friday, hump day, but I'm so grateful and I'm looking forward to paying it forward. And this is just the start. So you all have a great weekend. Information is there down below to get in touch, keep in contact. Please subscribe to my website. Doesn't mean you need coaching or whatnot. Just be a part of a positive community, making positive changes one person at a time. And it starts with you. Thank you for tuning in. Peace, love, and blessings.